Hi everyone, I hope you're all. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into XRP. Once again, thank you for support. Big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now the Patreon is blowing up. I really want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your support in there, and obviously all the admin team and everyone contributing to that particular section as well. It's amazing. Do follow us in there and get involved in the community, and also follow me on Twitter, okay? So I'm dropping all sorts on there at the moment. So right now, you know, XRP, I am kind of anticipating a bit of a dump, to be honest with you. But just because I'm anticipating doesn't mean it'll happen, but it is kind of playing out, to be honest with you. Look, we had this ABC just here. Look, we come up here, we hit the blue line, didn't we? Okay, we hit that blue line. What do? We put in an ABC. Look, what's there? A B and a C, and we're going to whip down to 050 to this white trend line. Okay, so right now this is why I'm anticipating we're looking at an ABC. We've come up here, we've got overextended this wave 1. Now we're pulling in a wave 2 basically, right? So we've got the A and a B, a lower high. Potentially we've already put it on that wick there, but I do see some kind of little relief rally here for XRP at the moment. I think we're trying to retrace to $1.16 because we are breaking out of a falling wedge which I've given you, and we're holding it back to support. So I do kind of see a little bit of a pump to about 116. Again, it might roll here, but who knows? But I do see some kind of relief rally, okay, to about $1.16, where I do think you might hit a level of rejection right there. And at that point, I do think that we're going to have another correction for XRP. You know, it might get nasty. We might actually come all the way down to this white trend line, okay. So that's 75 cents, pretty much like what we did here. Look, come down to this white trend line, which is where we made the buy and go to the beach signal, and again come back down to this buy and go to the beach signal. So here's me saying put some cheeky bids at 85 cents. We might actually come lower than that. You know, it might get that bad because the C wave is always a bit nasty, and you can see, look, we hit the blue line, A, B, C, okay, continuation. Just here, hit the blue line, A, B, C, continuation. So yeah, I think that once we sort of move up here and break this blue trend line, I think that that's it. I think once we break out of this blue trend line, this level of resistance, because you can see it's acting as resistance, okay, falling back to key level support for continuation. Once we do break this blue trend line, whatever it is, I think that that's where you're going to see the break to the upside, and you're going to start breaking out key levels of resistance, and you're just going to see one sort of mad, insane pump like we did here. We just absolutely melted faces. We had a bit of a slowdown, consolidation over a couple of days, but then we got the continuation from that sort of horizontal, basically bull pennant on the daily time frame right there for XRP. So I am seeing it, you know, and it is all kind of playing out so far. So I think that we might actually get some fruitful bids down there on 0.75 cents, okay, and you can see that's a previous swing low just there as well. It's the previous buy and go to the beach signal. This particular overextension here, ABC, came back down to the buy and go to the beach signal, you know, so potentially we're looking at a very similar scenario right here. If it does get quite nasty and we do put in another whopping correction here, you know, we do shake out the weekends, I think that that could potentially be your low in this bull market for XRP, you know. But what we would be doing here, we would be losing this green trend line, which I do like. I do like the fact, because what I think we're doing right now, I think we're doing this. You see this section here? I think that's where we are right now. I think that that's what we're looking at, this particular section. So it's a case of if we do come up and break this level of resistance just there, we're off. But if we do start to roll and put in an ABC as anticipated, you know, and do come down, we would have a little wick down to this line right here, come back up, you know, come back up here like this, come to the apex, boom, break out, see you later. This is what I'm anticipating. But just because I'm anticipating it doesn't mean it has to happen. People take my sort of videos and content as financial advice. It's not financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Okay, all I'm doing is technical analysis, and right now you can see we've not actually come down to this medium line in the RSI right here, and this is a level of support that I would like to see retested, because this is where you come down to and bounce in the previous correction. Do you see that? And that currently sits at 4263 on the daily. You know, we're still not quite down there, are we? We're on the cusp of it. We're on the cusp of it. But if we do put in a bit of a high here, come up, make this high, lower high than this high at 139, and start to roll over, then this is where you could actually come down to this trend line, because the lower we can get this, the greater the impulsive wave to the upside. Do you understand that? You know, the greater the continuation we're going to get, because whenever we get up here into the overbought trajectory for XRP, we always tend to roll, okay, and this is something that you need to remember going forward, taking profit, okay, whenever you're up here, overextended, you know, not financial advice, but you can see it works in waveforms. Do you understand that? So that's XRP, you know, a little update for you today on XRP, what I'm expecting. I do think we have broken out some kind of little, let's have a look on this, on the hourly time frame right here for XRP. There is a kind of double top pattern just there that might potentially play out, so I'm just going to give you straight away. You know, it's a level of support that you do need to see XRP held hold, sorry, because if it does lose that, there is a double M top pattern just there that's forming on the hourly time frame. Look at this, okay? So if you start to come down and you start to lose a 55 EMA on the hourly, you could be in for a bit of a correction here for XRP. So $1.10, and your technical target would be from there to there. So you could see a bit of a correction for XRP rolling over, coming back down to 107. I mean, it's not a monster short, but you know, it is a little bit of a sort of 2.272% little short up right there, where again, you know, you're sort of consolidating, boring chop sideways, isn't it? You know, that's what XRP is doing at the moment. And let me have a look at this as well. We've got a little falling wedge, haven't we, on the hourly time frame that I think we're coming back into as support right now. So got this level of resistance just there. Why does that keep turning blue? Change that to white. So I think we've broken out of this little wedge, and you've got retracement to $1.15. That's what I think it's trying to get back to. Okay, so look, you've got some kind of little falling wedge or falling channel, whatever you want to call it. You know, you've broken out of it, a key level resistance, broken it just there, fell back into its support just there, and you're looking like you've wicked off it as support again. So you might see a little bit of upside here if you hold this support line right here. Look, you're holding it. Okay, you're holding it. If you lose its level of support, which I've just shown you, you will see a little roll back into this pattern, okay? But if you do start to hold it right now, you are kind of retracing to this high just here where you created the wedge. Do you see that? So you could be looking at a lovely little long up right there, $1.15, which again, it's not much, but it's chip chop sideways, isn't it? $3 at 3.9%. So it's trying to get there, you know, and trying to put in this B high. But I think the B high is already done with this, to be honest with you. I think you've come down A, B, and right now you're sort of rolling to C and potentially coming down to those targets that I've given you. You know, if we was to see a massive whopping correction, you know, coming back down to the daily buy and go to the B signal at 75 cents, that could actually be a bit of a monster short from here, couldn't it? You know, you could be looking at a whopping 30% correction for XRP leading into next week, I believe, because like I said to you on many videos, I think we're going for a red week, a green week, which is what we're in, and we're looking at a red week. So you've got your ABC, do you understand that? An ABC corrective pattern just there. I'm just going to take a look at the DXY quickly and see what's happening with that, because obviously we want the DXY to break down, don't we? If the DXY breaks down, you're looking at a super cycle here for crypto, and you're looking at mass appreciation for XRP especially. So you can see the DXY is picking up today. It's doing relatively well. Now this particular pick up here, look, we had the rising wedge just here, we broke it, okay, and we came down, we bounced off this level here, which I gave you. Once it started to pick up, this is when crypto shit the bed. So it's only this little pump here that made crypto shit the bed. So be careful, okay, be aware that if we start to pick up here and come up here and get a nice little pump, this is where you're going to see crypto roll over again, okay? But I do anticipate if we put in a lower high just here and we start to roll and lose this trend line, this is mega for crypto. We start to lose this trend line here and put in a head and shoulders on the DXY like this, okay, and roll over, this is mega for crypto. This is really, really, really good for crypto, because the DXY would be rolling still, and we're potentially entering that super cycle for XRP here, which would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? So yeah, I do anticipate that it is trying to kind of get back to that at the minute, that $1.15, because you're broken out this falling channel, falling wedge, whatever you want to call it, and you usually come back up to where you formed the channel, you see, you know, and right now it's, if you start to lose it, it's where you can see yourself come back in, okay? So that's XRP. Stay healthy, stay strong. I'm still really bullish on XRP. I'm still really bullish, but I do think we might potentially be looking at one final shakeout before continuation of the ball here for XRP. So I've given you some key levels of support, haven't I? You've got the swing low down there at 92, which we failed to sort of wick down to. We've got a little bit of a scam wick down there to 95 cents. Like I said to you, you start to lose swing highs, you target swing low, swing high, swing low. You got a little swing high just there, you got a swing high just there, which is that 83 cents. But again, if you start to lose that, you've got your swing low here, which is this white line, which is where we created the buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid on the daily time frame. And in the previous correction, that's exactly where we came back down to for key tests of support before continuation. Yeah, so that's XRP, you know. Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.